Welcome back to Oblivion. I am on top of a chimney. That is fascinating. Right, before we go any further, we have a bit of a situation here in Magpie Studios. I'm going to show you what the situation is. This is the situation, and I will explain why it's a situation, because that right there, that is the power button to my computer. And that is an annoying little kitten who keeps friggin' standing on it and turning my computer off, don't you? Yes. Yes, you do, you little monster. So until I come up with some kind of, I don't know, protective kitten-proof cover to put over the power button, I have to always have half an eye on Madam there when she's on top of the computer, because she likes to just turn my computer off mid-game, which is very, very irritating. Anyway, I am back. I know it's been a little while. I didn't intend to stop recording videos, it just sort of happened. I've had a lot on, man. I've had a lot on. And we sort of skipped a few weeks, didn't we? But I am back, and I am in Anvil, and I cannot remember anything that was happening. There is a dead wolf there, which is interesting. Is my horsey here? That's my horse, isn't it? Yeah, that's Flash, my horsey. And I do remember that we were in the middle of a Thieves Guild quest, and we needed to head back to the Imperial City. I also remember that we still need to take the Nern route to what's-his-name in Skingrad. However, before we do any of that, I have actually done some homework in preparation for recording this. Yes, I have done homework because I sort of started this on a whim, kind of thinking I would do about 3 parts and then get bored, as I do. I didn't really plan my leveling up particularly, like, at all, to be honest. But now I've kind of ended up getting into the game and sort of don't have the best leveled up character in the world. I mean, we're doing our reach. It's not, like, terrible, but it could be better. And one of the main things I have noticed in recent parts is that I am using magic a lot more. And magic is becoming a lot more useful, mostly because none of my major skills are magic as far as I can remember. Yeah, my major skills are Blade, Alchemy, Acrobatics, Light Armor, Marksman, Security, and Sneak, which is a terrible, terrible selection for your main skills, because I basically want to be using all of them, but I can't, because I'll end up leveling up too quickly. Now, if I want to start using magic, the trouble with that is, you need intelligence for magic, and I'm not leveled up that way. So I need to be getting a lot of points in intelligence. However, intelligence is one of the, because like how the leveling works is that each attribute has skills, so that like, oh, how do I even explain this? Yeah, each attribute has skills connected to it. So when you improve those skills, it gives you bonuses to the attribute on your next level up, right? Now, intelligence, annoyingly, has like the fewest skills connected to it. So the 3 skills that I need to be improving in order to get bonuses to intelligence are Conjuration, Mysticism, and Alchemy. Now, this is a problem, because normally I would think Alchemy, brilliant, Alchemy is really easy to level up, I'll just do lots of potions and level up Alchemy really quickly and get huge amounts of intelligence. Alchemy is one of my major skills, and I already use too many of my major skills. So, Alchemy is out. We are not doing Alchemy. This leaves Conjuration and Mysticism. Now, Mysticism is kind of rubbish as far as I can remember. Oh, I don't know. We've got things like Detect Life, Dispel, which I would never end up using. Yeah, as far as I can tell, that's it. Spell Absorption, Reflect Spell, stuff like that. I mean, some of the stuff I would end up using. Detect Life, actually. Actually, you know what? Detect Life would be quite useful as a thief, wouldn't it? Because I get spotted all the time because I don't know where the guards are, so Detect Life probably would actually be quite useful. But Conjuration's far more interesting, because with Conjuration, I can do things like summon things to help me, like ghosts and skeletons and whatnot. I mean, I can also do other things, like I can summon magical equipment and magical armor and stuff like that, but I'm not so interested in that. But I can summon, like, actual things to help me. Like, I can summon ghosts and skeletons and scamps and all sorts. So, what are my current skill levels with those skills? Because, I mean, there's a good chance I'm just, like, hardly going to be able to use any of the spells anyway. So, Conjuration, I'm at level 6. Not great. And what was the other one? Mysticism, level 5. Also not great. Right. Do I actually have any spells? Where even are my spells? Okay, so I've got Flare, which is Destruction. Restore Health, which is Restoration. I've got Bound Armor, which is Conjuration. Soul Trap, which is Destruction. Soul Grasp, even not Soul Trap. And Minor Detect Life and Cold Touch, which would be Destruction, wouldn't it? So I need to go and buy some spells, really. That's what I need to do. Which is fine, because we are going to be heading to the Imperial City anyway for that quest that we need to do, because we need to go and steal a seal or something like that, to steal a letter so that they think that it came from the Imperial God. So I need to become a lot more diligent about what skills I'm actually using, because my major skills, acrobatics I can't help but use. That's just going to go up on its own. Light armor, I'm going to try not to wear light armor, but I need to wear light armor when I'm sneaking. I need to wear like light shoes. It's only the shoes. I don't think the rest of the stuff that you're wearing actually makes a difference. It's just your shoes. So I do need to wear light armor some of the time. Marksman is like my most useful thing, so I can't help but use that. Security and sneak I can't help but use. So I've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of my major skills I sort of can't help but use. Light armor is kind of hit and miss, but blade and alchemy I definitely can't afford to be using them. And then my other major attacky one is hand to hand, which is good. I like being able to punch people in the face. But the only negative side of hand to hand is that you can't use things like enchantments, because you can't enchant your fists. You should be able to, but you can't. So yeah, I can't really use enchantments and things to make me super, super powerful. But I will be able to enchant bows for me marksman skill, you see. But I'm trying to move away from marksman more towards magic, at least for the time being, just to try and slow me leveling a little bit. And if I'm not using, so if I'm using like destruction magic instead of me bow and arrow, and I'm using me fists instead of swords and whatnot, then I won't actually need enchantments, which I suppose is useful since I'm avoiding the main quest. I'm not getting any sigil stones. You see, that's I was thinking that I kind of want to avoid the main quest so that I don't have to be dealing with Oblivion gates. But then Oblivion gates have a lot of good stuff in them, don't they? Anyway, though, now that we've got that really boring intro out of the way, we are going to head to the Imperial City. That was a bandit. I think it was just coming to have a Barney. But the music hasn't changed, so he clearly wasn't quick enough. Yes, we're headed back to the Imperial City because we need to do something there that I can't entirely remember, but we'll figure it out when we get there. And we might make a stop off at Skingrad along the way because I need to drop off my Nern route because I've got quite a lot of them and they do actually weigh something. Okay, first stop Skingrad. I was about to say I'm going to just leave my horse in this stables. This is quite clearly a vineyard. Quite clearly a vineyard. I think, is that the stables? Is that the stables over there? Yeah, that's the stables. There we go. Over you go, Flash. Right, what time are we on? We are on 12:48 AM. I wonder if, what's his name is behind the chapel waiting for me. It's like midnight-ish. You're meant to meet him, isn't it? Whatever his name is. Mad, eccentric elf guy. Well, to be honest, I'm not convinced I actually want to do his quest because it's just really, really tedious. It's a really, really tedious quest, and I don't think I can actually be arsed with it, but we can have a peek behind the chapel and see if he's there. Hey, there he is, hello!
Ah, you came! You're sure you weren't followed? Good, I thought I could trust you. Nobody else in town. They're all in on it. All watching me. Well, yes, I need you to do something for me. I'll pay you gold. You like gold, don't you? Lots of gold. Here's my problem. I'm being followed. Watched. Marukotti selectives, maybe. Not sure. I'm a threat, you see, to their plans. I know too much. I need you to check out some people for me. The ones who are following me. Watch them. See where they go. Who they report to. Will you help me?
Okay, I'll be honest. You sold me on gold. I mean, if we could maybe talk about exactly how much gold, because sometimes in this game people go like, oh yes, lots of gold, I'll give you lots of gold, and in the end they pay you like 50, which is nout really, but yeah, okay, I suppose I'll help you.
Very good. You won't be sorry. I'll pay you well. Did I say that already? Let's start with Bernadette Penniless. Be outside my house at 6 AM. You'll see her watching me. See where she goes and who she reports to. We'll meet here again tomorrow night. Oh, and never contact me in public. They're watching. They can't know you're helping me.
Okay, so it looks like I'm just making a little detour to Skingrad to do the little conspiracy theory plot. But yeah, I feel like I really should sort of get in writing exactly how much people are going to pay me, because sometimes it ends up being really disappointing. And I feel like, you know, you should sort of haggle your price before you accept a job, really, shouldn't you? Okay, so if we make Paranoia my quest, and then we should be able to see where his house is. Ah, that's her house. Right, okay. So, where's his house then? That's his house, so she just lives opposite him. So that's probably why she's watching him. Probably just because she lives opposite you, love. Ooh, we can see all the grapes where they used to make the wine. Oh, I love little details like this, because Skingrad's whole thing is wine. And vampires, obviously, but yeah, wine is their main thing. That's why they've got all the vineyards. They make the wine, and it's like the actual wine that you find around the place. Got like the Cerulli brothers or whatever it is, and you can actually meet them, and they're actual people who actually make the wine that they then like sell, that you can then buy and find in other parts of Cyrodiil. I really love that. It's just such a lovely little touch that they actually have a proper, you know, like a proper economy type thing. Like when the world makes sense. I like that, when the world makes sense. One of the things I particularly liked about Assassin's Creed Odyssey, because that is a massive, huge, I mean probably the biggest map I've ever seen in a game, to be honest, I think. Because it is just basically the entirety of Greece. Scaled down a bit, but still, it's the whole of Greece, and it's got all these different regions and stuff. And in many ways, you could say it's quite an empty map. There's not like that much in it, really, compared to the size of it. But it doesn't feel empty, because when you're going around it, the whole world makes sense. Like, each region has a particular industry, and you can actually see people working in that industry, and you can see how the world fits together and everything. And while it may seem like it's not that full, it always feels really full. I love Assassin's Creed Odyssey. It's one of my favourite games of all time, to be honest. I think it's such a brilliant open world. But that's a world that makes sense. When you're going around, you can see exactly sort of, you know, what's influenced each region and stuff like that. I like it when a world makes sense. I was really disappointed in Valhalla when they'd gone to all that effort to create the entirety of Greece in Odyssey, and then in Valhalla they create like a fraction of England. Like, not even all of England. Certainly not all of Britain, because I wanted it to be like all of Britain. I wanted you to be able to go right up to the top of Scotland and right down to the bottom of what's it called? The bit at the bottom, Land's End. That's it. But yeah, you can't. It's really annoying. I mean, they did. Don't get me wrong. They recreated quite a lot of it, but they didn't recreate all of it. Anyway, so if we hide in this convenient alley and we just wait for, say, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3 hours. I mean, she'll be marked on a map anyway, so I'll be able to follow her wherever she goes. I was going to say this will be a good opportunity to get my sneak up, but I don't really want to get my sneak up, do I? Because, where is she? Oh, hang on. Is that her? There she is. Because, if I just walk. Because it's one of my major skills, and I don't really want to get it up. There's Glarthia disappearing through that gate. We're just going to follow her, going in completely the opposite direction. Well, not completely the opposite direction. Where's he gone? He's just standing there looking suspicious. She's going to the chapel. Not a terribly suspicious thing to do at 6 AM on a nice rainy morning. And I've lost her. Where is she? Is that her? Oh no, she's there. She's there. Is that her? No, that's Ambrose. Is it her?
Hi there.
It's not her. Where the fuck has she gone? Oh wait, hang on a minute. She's sitting on a pew. She's sitting on a pew. There she is. I was thinking, fucking hell, where's she gone? Do the gods like me enough to bless me yet? Yay! They like me enough to bless me. Way! All my afflictions are banished. I don't think I had any afflictions, but still. And thus begins the most tedious quest in the entire game. So we're just gonna sit on this pew and just kind of sit here in all of our sexy shirtless glory. Just doing whatever it is you do in a chapel. Oh, wait, hang on a minute. Hang on, she's getting up. She's getting up. I wasn't paying attention. I was on my phone. Oh, she's being approached. Is this a secret clandestine meeting?
Of course, the shepherd sure does take care of his sheep. And boy, does he like cheese. I mean, he really likes cheese.
No doubt about it, the man loves cheese. And sheep. Just cheese and sheep.
Safe travels.
Goodbye.
I have to be honest, that does sound like some kind of weird secret code, doesn't it? Like, that was a really odd conversation to just randomly have in a chapel. Okay, so back to just following a random woman through the streets of Skingrad. And she's going back into our house. Well, isn't this riveting? Ooh, I can actually go into our house. Like, it's not restricted area or anything. I can actually just go into our house. Do you think that would be suspicious? I think she would be more suspicious of me if I actually just, like, went into our house. Tell you what, I'm just gonna unsuspiciously hide behind this pillar and wait for an hour. Okay, it is now nearly 11 o'clock in the morning, and as far as I can tell, she is still in her house. So do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go and find the alchemist. who wants the Nern route, because, I mean, she's marked on me flipping map. It's not like I'm going to lose her. Okay, so the Nern route guy is over on the other side. All things alchemical, that's where I want. Oh, hang on a minute, hang on. Camera won't move. There we go. Hello, my darling.
Me? I'm Falano. House Lalo. As if that matters here.
That's brilliant. I have some Nern root. Do you know who would like some?
I don't know. Never seen that sort of route before. Head over to the West Wheeled Inn and talk to Sindarian. He could identify it for you, I'm sure.
Yes, because of course it's not the alchemist who wants the alchemical ingredient. It's a random innkeeper or whoever he is. Now, interestingly, the map isn't actually pointing me to the West Wheeled Inn. It's pointing me, like, out of the city. Which is strange, but we're just going to go to the West Wheeled Inn. Since that is where I am supposed to go. Reinforced door to Sindarian's cellar, that sounds about right. Don't know why it's not on my map though, that's a bit weird. Okay, so, hello strange person in the cellar of a inn. Would you like some Nern root?
Well, what can I do for you today? You here to bring me some Nern root?
Why, yes I am, how did you guess?
Yes, Nern root. Haven't seen any yet? It appears as a slightly glowing shoot that grows right out of the ground.
Yes, I have, like, a lot of them.
A few years ago, an adventurer not unlike yourself sold me a musty old tome containing alchemical formulas. Most of them were worthless. But one of the moldy pages contained a recipe for a potion known as an elixir of exploration, a sort of ultimate dungeon delver's brew. The formula looked sound, except it required an extremely rare ingredient. Yes, you guessed it, the Nern root. I put the book aside because, frankly, I had so many other delicate experiments going on that I just didn't have the time to go plant hunting. Now that you're here, that changes things.
I love how he says that it's like a really rare thing. It's like, it's fucking everywhere, love. I have got so much Nern root.
The Elixir of Exploration is a multi-purpose potion that was obviously created with the Dungeon Explorer in mind. The formula describes many magnitudes of the brew. If you're interested, I wrote a short missive about it for the Imperial Alchemy Symposium. You bring me 10 samples of Nern root, and I'll make the elixir available to you at a huge discount, as well as give you one for free. The best place for you to start would be Shade Leaf Copse, which is a part of the Great Forest northeast of here. Good luck, and hurry back with more of the Nern root.
So he wants 10. I'm pretty sure I've got like 25 or something like that.
Fantastic! You actually found 10 of the Nern root. I'll begin making the Elixir of Exploration right away. According to my research from the tome, I'll need at least 20 more Nern root to make the next magnitude of elixir. In any case, if you come back in about 24 hours, I should have the weaker elixir ready for you.
Okie dokie, so how much have I got left now that he's taken 10? I've got 21, so I'll be able to just give him the 20 that he wants and it'll clear them out in my inventory. I mean, as far as I remember, the...
I'll turn your bones to ash.
Wow, alright, Jesus.
Well met.
Yeah, as far as I remember, it isn't actually that good, but that's alright. Oh, I improved something. My athletics improved. Right, okay, so I've got stolen potions. I wonder who I stole them off. Just need to switch my old thing back. Is she still at her house? I think she's still at her house. Yes, she is still at her house. I'm literally going to spend an entire day just standing outside her house. The door's now locked, though. So, I don't know if she's having an afternoon nap or something like that, because it usually means they're asleep if the door's locked, doesn't it? At least the weather's cleared up, because it was a right horrible rainy morning, and now it's all nice and sunny. You would think she might want to go for a walk or something, but apparently not. I mean, wouldn't it be cool if characters, like, changed their routines depending on the weather? Because they've all got, like, routines and stuff. They get up and they eat and they go to work and they go to the pub and, you know, they meet up with people and stuff like that. But they sort of, as far as I know, do the same thing each day. Sometimes they've got, like, things that they do at specific times of the month and whatnot. But it would be really cool if they changed depending on the weather. Like, so she's just sat at home all day. But imagine if, like, if it's a nice sunny day, she'll go out for a walk. But if it's raining, she doesn't and she stays at home. Wouldn't that be cool? That would be so cool. Okay, I'm going to wait here for 4 hours? 4 hours might be a bit much. Let's say 2 hours. See if she's still in there. She's still in there, and it is raining again. Brilliant. Where's Glorfia? What's he doing? Is he just like hanging about? Oh yeah, he's just hanging about. He just spends his day walking around. Like, if anybody's acting suspicious, it's him. It is now 5 o'clock at night, and she has just been in her house all day. Oh, hang on a minute, hang on. She's got a visitor. She's got a visitor. Who are you? You are... Graklack Grow Bug Lump. Yes. You're just going to stand outside her house suspiciously. Just going to stand outside her house, apparently. Maybe she's the one being stalked. And he's walking away. How riveting. Oh, he's going around the back. He's going around the back. Should we follow him? Follow him. Follow him. Oh. Nothing suspicious about me, love. I'm just hanging around. And now he's coming back again. And now he's going away again. Well, that was exciting. So it is now nearly midnight and she has not moved from her house all day. Great. So, report our exciting day back to Glorfia.
So, you saw Bernadette Penniless, did you? She was watching me and following me, wasn't she?
Okay, I have nothing to report. You were right, she's following you. She wasn't watching or following you. Now, this is the thing, because if I tell him that she wasn't, he's probably going to start thinking that I'm in on it, and then he might not pay me. So we could feed into his paranoia, or we could just tell him the truth. And basically, she was sat in her house all day. Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to tell him the truth.
Really? That is surprising. I was sure she was watching me.
Yes, what about the reward you promised? This is, after all, the only reason I'm doing this.
Ah, of course. The gold. Here. But there is someone else I need you to investigate.
150. That's not terrible, I suppose. Okay, what else do you want me to do?
Tutius Sextius. Do you know him? A quiet fellow. Appears harmless enough. But I've identified him as one of my key suspects. He's a clever one, no doubt about it. Eyes in the back of his head. Always seems to know when I'm watching. But that's where you come in. You should wait outside his house and see what he does when he's not watching me. I'll meet you here tomorrow night to get your report.
Okay, I'll be honest with you, I didn't hear anything past Tutius Sextius. Tutius Sextius has to be the best name I've ever come across in my entire life. I mean, it sounds like if somebody made like a sitcom about the Romans, there would definitely be a character called Tutius Sextius. I mean, it's just fun to say, Tutius Sextius. Right, okay, so where's Tutius Sextius then? Tutius Sextius's house. Okay, let's wait outside Tutius Sextius's house. Oh, this is a nice fun little alleyway, isn't it? Which is kind of mysteriously blocked off by a wall. Just random little place where they apparently put crates. This is the absolute perfect place to spy on Tutius Sextius. So if we just wait till probably about 6 o'clock again. He probably said what time I should be outside his house for, but I wasn't listening because I was distracted by Tutius Sextius. Oh, this is the alchemist lady who couldn't help us with the known route, who's just kind of wandered past here. I look like I'm just sort of like waiting to jump on people in my little weird triangle corner. Don't I? I just look like I'm waiting to pounce. He's still inside his house. He hasn't come out yet. So I'm just going to go back and wait in my little alleyway. It's quite a twee little alley, isn't it? Do you know, I have actually been down the narrowest alleyway in Britain. It's in a little seaside village called Staithes, which is very, 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 very touristy. And apparently it's got even more touristy since I was there. And it's a lovely village, but you wouldn't want to live there because of how touristy it is. But it's a proper like old little fishing village, and all of it's like, because it's built on a very steep hill, so it's not really can't really take your car down there. Because it's very, sort of like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like old-fashioned, like it hasn't changed since it was built. And it was built like before the time of cars type kind of thing. And it's very touristy, and it's all built towards tourism. Like, they've got like things painted on houses and stuff, and you can go around and spot all of the things that are painted on houses and stuff like that. And it's a really cool little place, but it's got the narrowest alleyway in Britain. And I have walked down it I think this is going to be one of those episodes where I just keep going off on random tangents about things that are completely unrelated to the game because I'm doing the most tedious flipping quest in the whole of Oblivion. Is he still inside his flipping house? He is as well. Should we go inside Tutius Sextius' house? And should we meet Tutius Sextius? Hello, are you Tutius Sextius? You are! You're Tutius Sextius! Oh, that's so cool! I do notice, however, that he has a mysterious locked basement. Very suspicious. I love that this is what people do inside their houses. They just, like, stand. They just stand and stare into space. I mean, you could at least have him, like, sit down or something. Drink some wine or something. No. He just stands and stares into space. 10 o'clock in the morning and... Oh, hang on a minute. There he goes. There he goes. I was about to say he's still just in his house. But no, he has stopped standing in his house and staring into space. And he is headed out of the city by the looks of things. Oh, he's conversing with a beggar. He is conversing with a beggar. And that makes me immediately suspicious that he's like part of the Thieves Guild or something, because I do an awful lot of conversing with beggars. Oh, flippin' heck. Hello, Tutius Sextius. Is he headed up to the castle? I think he's headed up to the castle. He is headed to the castle. That is highly suspicious. You know what this means? The Count could be in on it. Dun dun dun! Well, I don't know what it is, but whatever it is, the Count could certainly be in on it. What city is that? Is that Kvatch? It's not Kvatch, is it? Is that the right way for Kvatch? Yeah, that is the right way for Kvatch. That's Kvatch we can see. Surprised we can't just see flames and smoke. Okay, we are inside the castle. He has just stopped in the entrance hall.
Glarther is acting even stranger than usual, don't you think? I agree. He's always writing in that little notebook. Sometimes I think he's watching me. He's seeing you.
Oh my god, they were actually discussing Glarthia. This is like absolute confirmation of the conspiracy. Whatever the conspiracy is, this is confirmation of it. Okay, so it's been a couple of hours, and as far as I can tell, he's just like hanging around the entrance hall, doing naught in particular. Oh wait, hang on a minute. He is headed for the door. Now we are going to walk all the way back down into the city. I wasn't joking when I said this is the most tedious quest in the entire game. You know, the thing that you really learn when doing this quest is how boring people's lives are in Oblivion. Like, literally just hang around, stay in their house, visit somewhere, go for a walk, visit somewhere else. Much like real life, to be fair. I mean, he must know that I'm following him by now. Like, I'm not being subtle in any way, shape or form. I think he's literally just going for a nice walk around the city. While we're passing this pond, I may as well check to see if there's any known route. Yes, there is. Grab a bit of known route and catch up with the guy I'm stalking. Yeah, he's just gone for a nice, lovely walk around the outside of the city. That's what he's done there. Now he is walking into a fence. He's trying to get through the fence through sheer force of will. It's not working for him. Now he's decided he's going to go through that incredibly convenient gate instead. And he's going to miss the gate and just continue walking into the fence. And then he vanished out of existence. Where the hell is he? Oh, he's on a horse. Apparently he magicked a horse out of somewhere. I have to admit, this is starting to look like suspicious behaviour. Okay, now him and his horse are just stood there, staring into space. You know something, you probably don't even really need to follow them. You can probably just keep reporting back to Glarthia every night. Because I think the quest ends the same way whatever you do, really. So, probably no reason for me to be doing any of this at all. Oh, now he's got off his horse. And I'm gonna guess he is headed back to the city. Still hasn't quite figured out how fences work. Oh, there we go. We found the gate. Yay! He just closed that gate and then tried to walk through it. Oh my god, we're dealing with a flippin' genius here. Flippin' genius. I think he's nearly back at his house. So he got up, well, he hung around in his house for most of the morning, then he went to the castle and hung around there for a bit, then he went for a lovely walk, and then he took his horsey for a ride, and now he's going back home. Okay, time to report that excitement.
Tell me what you learned about Tutius Sextius.
Apart from having the best name on the planet, I don't think he's watching you.
Really? So you're saying that neither Bernadette Penniless or Tutius Sextius is part of the conspiracy against me? Hard to believe.
Okay, so yes, money.
Yes, the gold that you value so highly. I wonder what price betrayal... Never mind that. Well, we shall see. I do have one more name for you. Do you know David Surley? Yes, of the famous Surley Vineyards. Pillar of the community, etc. Who would ever suspect him? Perfect cover for the ringleader of the whole conspiracy. He watches my house constantly. You'll see. He leaves his house early each morning. Watch him and report back to me here at midnight as usual. Make sure he doesn't notice you.
Okay, as far as I remember, he just works in the vineyards all day. Oh, look who I just happened to run into. I was actually going to go and try and find a bed for the night because Falcon hasn't actually slept in quite a while because I've been, you know, like stalking people. But I'm part of the Fighters Guild now, aren't I? So I should be able to go into the Fighters Guild, have a nice nap before, you know, another day of diligent stalking. Because the good thing about this quest is because they're actually marked on my map, I don't actually have to follow them. Because I kind of know where they are at all times. Yeah, so David Surley at the minute is in his own house. So we just go over here and wait for a little bit. It is 8:30 and he's still in his house. I thought he said that he left like early in the morning. 9:30, still in his house. 10:30, still very much in his house. It is nearly midday now, and he is still just in his house. Okay, I actually waited till about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and he's still just sat in his house, as far as I can tell. 6 o'clock at night, still in his house. I was sure he, like, went and worked in the vineyards. Because I definitely remember stalking somebody, like, to the vineyards. Although I suppose maybe they do different things on different days, though. They might not actually work every day. They might have days off and stuff. That's a thought. Yeah, 8 o'clock at night, he has not moved from his house at all. So we're just going to wait until it's time to go and meet Glauthia. And surprise, surprise, he's still in his house. Okie dokie. Okay, so we're going to go and tell Glauthia that nobody is spying on him. And of course, he is going to probably come to the conclusion that I am the ringleader of the entire conspiracy. Hello, Glauthia.
So, what did you discover about the upstanding David Surley?
He never even left his house.
Just as I suspected, they've gotten to you too! Not one of them involved in the conspiracy, and you expect me to believe that? Now I know for sure that they are all in on it, and therefore they all have to die, starting with you!
Yes, so now he's going to try and beat me up. But luckily, I am a master at beating people up. Whoa! And the guards are coming in to help. That's nice. And he is down, so it wasn't even me that made the killing blow in the end. Glauthia is dead. My attempts to convince him there was no conspiracy against him offended in tragedy. I don't know if that quest can end differently, because that's the way it's always ended when I've done it. Ooh, 18 gold, Glauthia's key, and lockpicks. Ooh, I always need lockpicks. I always need lockpicks. Because usually, like, the guard captain approaches you and says to tell him if Glauthia, like, approaches you. But he didn't this time. I don't know if it turns out differently if you do it that way. Or if you actually could, you know, tell him that people are spying on him. I don't know if it works out differently. Well, I think we should be able to get into Glauthia's house, should we? Oh, we can. We can get into Glauthia's house. See if he's got out worth nicking. He's not really got much that's worth out, but I have found his notes in his secret basement. Oh god, he really was unhinged. So it was like speculating on who might be behind the conspiracy. And what's that? Makati, whatever, selectives. I don't know what that is. I don't know whether that's a thing that exists in the actual game or not. But the Blades, he was thinking that the Blades might be conspiring against him. Or the Mythic Dawn. And in fairness, you know, yeah, they are kind of making a move at the minute, so maybe. Yeah, and then it's just like him watching all the people that he thought were watching him, and then notes about me and suspecting me as being part of the conspiracy because I'm trying to convince him that nobody's spying on him. Yeah, poor bloke was a little bit unhinged. Oh, he does have some quite valuable books that I can nick though, so that's something. He's also got quite a lot of like just gold and stuff lying around the place, which is actually a bit like, how did he make his money? Oh, blimey. Yeah, how did he actually make his money? How do a lot of people in Oblivion make their money? Because a lot of them don't really seem to do anything, do they? And he kept a battle axe beside his bed. Oh, bless his cotton socks. And thus ends the tale of Glarthia. He was a flipping lunatic who happened to have a lot of very valuable books. And now he's dead, and I am going to eat his strawberries. And I'm even going to eat his orange. That's how little respect I have for him. Strawberry, 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 orange. There we go. And I need to go and drop more Nernroot off with what's his name, don't I?
Here's a weak elixir of exploration. Not bad, eh? If you want more, you can buy them from me. I've discounted them for you, of course.
Okay, and I have found 20 more of the Nernroot.
Amazing! You found 20 more samples of Nernroot. Well done. I think if I'm to create a strong version of the elixir, I'm going to need an even greater number of Nernroot samples than before. 30 should do it this time. Yes, that would be perfect. Oh, and as usual, I'll have the moderate elixir ready in 24 hours.
Okay, I will probably certainly forget about that and never come back for it. However, shall we see what the potion actually does? Elixir of Exploration. Fortify health, 20 points for 300 seconds on self, and Night Eye for 300 seconds on self. That is atrocious, but it is worth money, so that's something. Okay, so we had a little long weekend in Skingrad, where we basically lazed around and didn't do much. We did make money off of it. I mean, we got 300 gold off him, and then we nicked a load of his stuff. So, you know, it has been kind of profitable. It was basically just like a little holiday. So, now we need... Yes, taking care of Lex. The stranger has forged a new letter for me. Now I have to go to the Imperial Legion compound in the Imperial City. I have to seal the letter using the official seal of the Legion Commander. Let's go and take care of that. It is raining an awful lot at the minute, isn't it? I wonder if it's got something to do with, like, the seasons. Because I know that, Cyrodiil does actually have, like, months and seasons and things like that. And I wonder if the weather does actually change depending on the season. Because I know it changes depending on the region. Like, it always rains a lot around Leowyn and whatnot. But, I wonder if it actually changes depending on the season. Because what are we in at the minute? We are in Heartfire. That's the one you start in, isn't it? Because I've only been in the game about a month. But we're on Heartfire 30, so we might be moving. Heartfire sounds sort of like summer, doesn't it? You would think that would be kind of summery. Anyway, we have made it back to the waterfront. And the first thing I am going to do is I'm going to park my horse up next to my house. And I'm going to nip into my house and I'm going to deposit all of that stuff that I just stole from what's his name's house. Because I didn't want to be hiking it around the city with me. That's already got loads of stolen stuff in it. It's going to have more stolen stuff in it. Okay, that is all my stolen stuff deposited, apart from the repair hammers, because I will end up using them. But right at the minute I don't have anything that needs repairing. Right, so now that we are in the Imperial City, I am going to fast travel to the Market District. Because before I do anything, what I really want to do... How much money do I have? Because what I really want to do... My horse is stable outside the city gate. It won't be. It won't be. How much money do I have? 614. Right. I need to go and buy some spells, I think. Because I wanted spells that were like conjuration-y, didn't I? Edgar's discount spells. There we go. Okay, so we've got Summon Scamp. That requires conjuration of 25, and I think I was at level 6, was I? The only thing he's got is Bound Dagger. And I don't know if I really want that, because would that not get my my blade skill up if I actually used it? It's not something I particularly want. Minor life detection for mysticism, though. I might get that. I think we'll get minor life detection. Because to be honest, I think that would just be useful. I would like conjuration stuff, though. So how am I going to get my conjuration skill up to the point where I can actually summon stuff? I'm going to have to use, like, bound armour and whatnot, aren't I? Ooh, shocking touch. Should we get shocking touch? Let's get that. Because at the minute I can set people on fire, but it would be cool to be able to electrocute them. I could become the Emperor. Well, this is interesting. He's got scrolls hanging around here. They are not for sale. Isn't that interesting? Alluring gaze. That sounds fascinating. But he's got absorb skill mysticism. I wonder if I can get into a position where he can't see me. I'm quite good at sneaking. I feel like I should be able to get into some kind of position where he can't see. Oh, he's going to turn to look at me. I was going to say I could probably sneak behind him and get the alchemy stuff because that'd be worth a lot of money. Oh, soul gems. Fundamentals of alchemy, not very good, but I feel like I should come back here after hours. This is it'd be a good shop to rob, wouldn't it? We might think about that. Anyway, so what did I get? Right, I got life detection for mysticism. I do have bound armor. I don't know how that works for getting your conjuration up. Like, do you just use it? Or do you actually have to use it in combat? Like, is it like getting your light armor skill up or something? Like, you only get your skill up if you're getting attacked while you've got it on, or is just putting it on enough? Like, if I just keep putting it on myself. Oh, there we go, my conjuration skill increased. That's alright then. Oh, it looks awful, doesn't it? And it covers up my gorgeous chest. Oh, I don't want to have to use it, but I need to get my skill up. So I suppose I could just keep wandering around, waiting for it to wear off, and then, like, summoning it again. That could work. I wonder if anybody else sells spells. Mystic Emporium, that sounds hopeful, doesn't it? Oh, we've got open very easy lock for alteration. Now, I'm not that interested in using alteration. Actually, I don't know what attribute alteration gets up. Let's look that up. Willpower. Willpower would be useful as well, because I think that gives me... What does willpower give me? Does it make my magic come back faster? I think it does. My kitten is currently stood on top of my computer with her paws up against the window watching the seagulls on the roof opposite. You are the most ridiculous cat. Do you know that? You really are. And I have to keep my hand over the power button to make sure that you don't stand on it. Maybe if I put my phone over it. That might work. There we go. Hopefully, hopefully she won't just turn the computer off while I'm in the middle of recording. Okay, well it's only 53 gold, so we might get that if I don't find a better one. Oh god, now the other kitten's turned up. It's going to be bedlam in a minute. Going to start fighting on the windowsill probably. Starlight, that sounds exciting. That's illusion. I don't need illusion, do I? Summon skeleton I can't do yet. Summon zombie I can't do yet. Touch of rage. Ooh, frenzy up to level 18. That sounds good, but again, illusion. Yeah, there's no here that's particularly interesting to me. I might get open very easy lock though. Just because I think it would be useful to be able to open locks with magic. Okay, so at the minute my tactic is just to keep summoning this armor. That's the third conjuration skill increase that I've got just from summoning this armor. So I should be able to get it up to the point where I can summon scamps and whatnot. Right, now, why are we in the Imperial City again? Yes, we need to go to the Imperial Legion compound. So, where exactly is the Imperial Legion compound? I assume I will need to go there at night. Oh, it's the prison. Oh, back where it all began. I need to go back to the prison. Yes, I'm assuming it would be better to go there at night, because do I not need to, like, sneak in? And it's currently 2:30. So, I might actually nip into the arena and see if I can fight a little battle. Because I could do with 1 or 2 more pennies, and I do like to always stop off at the arena whenever I'm in the Imperial City.
Your next opponent wears a heavy raiment, but attacks with a short sword. She's like a heavily armored wasp, and has the temper to match. Careful.
Okay, I don't even know what my tactics are going to be, because I'm sort of in the middle of a transition at the minute between fighting styles. Not that I ever really developed a proper fighting style. I think I might set... right, so Flare is damage 6 points. And Shocking Touch is damage 10. So I might put Shocking Touch on. Should I get my bow and arrow out? I'm gonna keep my fists for now, because it seems like she's a close combat person. But sometimes the best way to deal with a close combat person is just to run away from them with your bow and arrow out and shoot them, you know, a lot. I like to get my hand-to-hand skill up though, because that gets my endurance bonuses. And I do need a lot of endurance. Okay. Trouble with Shocking Touch, of course, is I'm going to have to be close to her to actually use it, aren't I? Like, it's not actually even doing that much, to be honest. I'm probably better off just punching her in the face. And I won't be able to use my my bound armor, will I? Because I have to be wearing a raiment. So, I think I would get disqualified if I used my bound armor. Actually, Actually, maybe I should have bought bound helmet because I think I'm allowed helmets. Oh my goodness, I can use the major heal thing now. Oh, I never even noticed. I must have got my restoration up to the point where I can use major heal rather than minor heal. I do need a lot of magic for it, however. Yeah, it takes like a massive chunk of my magic down, so to be honest, probably better off sticking with minor. I might have to switch to bow and arrow for a little bit, just to, I can't remember what any of my quick, button thingy madoodles are. Steel arrows and silver bow, there we go. We just shoot her a bit. She's faster than me. Everybody's faster than me. I need to get speed up as well. I basically just need to improve every single attribute, more or less. Although I suppose if I could find some kind of like speed boosting, what's the word I'm looking for? Shoes or something. That would be very useful to me because I am just like really slow, aren't I? I think I'm just not very well leveled up. That's all right because I've got a sexy chest, so that makes up for it all. Makes up for all of my flaws. You've got so many arrows in you. Like, you're just like a pincushion right now. And you're still coming after me. Yeah, I definitely need more magic. Because, it's nice that I can use that major heal thing. But it does take up basically all my magic. Oh, there we go. Yay, we have a winner. Okay, Owen, would you like to give me some money?
Okay, so you killed the Breton. Don't get a big head. Here's your payout.
Okay, I killed the Breton. Yay, what time are we on? Okay, about 5:30. So, this is my thinking. My thinking is I am going to have a nap to make it nighttime. And then I am going to go to the Imperial Legion compound prison thing, whatever, to steal the seal. And then we will go from there. However, we are going to do all of that next time, because I think we've done quite enough. Okay, I admit, we spent most of the part just like wandering around Skingrad, stalking people for absolutely no reason. But that did take up a lot of our time. So, we are going to do that next week. And now I'm going to leave you with the delightful view of this blood-splattered floor. And I'm going to see you next time, I suppose.